genius comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsun Hub on beastsofwar.com. Become a general of mighty armies at the Kings of War Hub. Take command of elves, dwarves and orcs in this game of massed fantasy combat on beastsofwar.com.
Hello everybody and welcome. I am joined by Andrew from Gunmeister Games, and today we're going to be looking at the round breakdown for Judgement. So, Judgement is your game, Andrew. Do you want to give us a quick spiel on what it is?
Yeah, so it's like it's based on the MOBAs. It's the hero brawler version of the MOBA without the laning phase is effectively what it is.
Yeah, now I like the fact that you dropped the laning phases, because that, for me, in MOBAs, that has always been the grind.
It is.
Trying to punch through. So having that removed and having as a group of heroes coming together and actually playing through the objectives and actually just hammering seven hells out of each other, that's the bit I always like.
Straight into the action straight away with this one, which is good.
Now, we've got our table laid out with a sort of a preset round that we're going to run through some of the action. So, who goes first?
So I'll go first in this one. So
okay,
I'm
gonna,
see how it is. So I'm going to charge my Minotaur Thorgar into your Minotaur Donraka.
Ah, so we're coming here to here, okay.
Yep, that's correct.
So how do we do this?
Yeah, so basically how it works is everything's pre-measured, everything's in inches, and Thorgar has a speed of 4 inches. And when you charge, you get 3 bonus inches, so I can charge 7.
Okay, lovely.
So I can put that down like this. And on Thorgar's card, he has 2-inch reach, so I can actually just check my melee range, and I'll charge it there. Awesome. Now, you are currently standing behind what's an objective, which is represented by this cart here.
Yes.
So when you're fighting over an objective, it affects the way the dice are calculated.
Now, I would like to note, we have added a couple of 3D elements that we have laying around the studio just to make it pretty, but everything you need to know is actually already on the neoprene mat. Yeah,
everything's pre-printed. We just put those to make it look a bit better. Perfect.
Okay, so you're on the attack.
Yeah, so I've got a melee of 7 versus your agility of 3.
Let me just double check my agility on the handy dandy app. It is 3.
Yep. So I start with 4 dice. I then get 2 extra dice for charging, but then I lose a dice because I'm fighting you over an objective. So I go back down to 5.
Now, does that count for any piece of terrain you would be fighting across? So say I was fighting across this here fence, or if I was fighting across the barrels, would I lose it there?
Yeah, all the same. So if the defender's within 1 inch and any part of any line can be drawn that cuts across the terrain feature, you lose a dice in that fashion.
Okay. Now, you're making your attack. Now, your attacks are different because it's not number-based, it's symbol-based, yeah?
It is, yes. So we have 6-sided dice that have a bunch of symbols on them, and you roll them and they mean different things. So effectively, you have 2 blank sides, which is 1 combat maneuver symbol, 2 hit symbols, which is the crossed swords, and then you have a J, which is both a hit and the combat maneuver symbol.
I see. Okay.
And the other difference to a lot of games is there's no damage roll, which I'll explain once I roll my dice and see how it goes.
All right, well, let's see what you get. Okay, be lucky.
All right.
Always lucky.
That is a good roll. Okay, so effectively, no matter how many dice I roll, I have to pick 3, my best 3. And the trick of getting good at the game is working out which 3 dice to pick at any time. Yeah. You normally would pick the J's, they're like the 6, so they count as both a hit and a combat maneuver. So I'll take those 2. Now, out of the other 3 dice, if I wanted to do maximum damage, which is a crit, I'd take the other hit symbol, which gives me 3 hits, which does 6 damage to you. Or if I wanted to do a combat maneuver that needed 3 symbols, I'll take the symbol. But in this instance, I'll take the crit.
Okay. Now, just to be clarifying on the hits, because we have played a game off camera, so I'm just wanting to be clear for everybody at home. There are 3 levels of hit. So if you get 1 strike symbol or 1 joker, you're going to do a glancing hit.
Correct.
If you get 2, it's a solid. And if you do 3, it's a full crit.
It's a crit. And what that means is the amount of damage you do. So all the damage is fixed on that grid. So every hero has what they do when they do a glancing, solid and critical, and there's no more dice rolling for damage at that point.
See, I like that fact that it's not just random spiky dice rolls. You have a little more control over it with that joker symbol in there that you can actually pick. Do I want to just push it that one level further? Or do I want to do other shenanigans?
So that's the thing, So I guess we've done it so all the mathematics is worked out at the throwing the dice for the hit level, and after that it's fixed, which was really cool.
Okay, so how many damage have you done with your crit?
So I just did 6 damage with Thorgar's crit, but you have 1 resilience,
4,
so you'll take 5.
There we go.
Yep.
Done.
Cool. And then with the 2 symbols, I'm actually going to do a combat maneuver.
Oh,
now,
shenanigans.
on Thorgar's card, he's got a 2-symbol combat maneuver, which lets me throw the defender 4 inches away and knock them down.
Oh.
So I'll do that right now. So I'll just throw you over here. I'm going to throw you into the treacherous ground.
Okay.
Which is marked on the map there.
Yeah, looks like lava.
It does. It acts like it. So basically, when you're thrown into the lava, you get 2 extra damage.
Oh.
And
now, does my resilience account for that?
It does stop it by 1.
Okay.
So in this instance, it's lava. It seems a bit weird, but treacherous ground could be thorny brambles or things like that. And your armor does help you. So you take 1 extra damage.
Yeah. You know, you've maybe wandered outside of the tavern and someone's broke a bottle on the ground.
That's it. That's right. Your armor will help. So that's it for Thorgar. So I've thrown you 2 inches and knocked you down as well, and you're in lava.
Okay. Now, with this being an I go, you go game, I'm not really worried about your Minotaur right now, so I can focus on other parts of the battlefield.
Correct.
So where I think I'm actually going to go is I'm going to activate this character here. Who is this?
That's Astariel.
Okay, Astariel will activate, and I think I would love to get a magical shot off at your own magic caster here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's a forest in the way, so what happens here?
So basically, forest blocks line of sight, but as long as you've got a toe in the forest, you can see all the way through it, no matter how big the forest is.
I see. Okay, well, my movement is 5, so I'll grab the handy-dandy little marker. Don't need to move all of it, so I think I will just move up and get a toe into the forest.
Yep.
So that I can now see all the way through, yeah?
Correct, that's right.
Awesome.
And you've got a range of 8 inches with her magic shot, so you've got plenty of range.
Yeah, let's just check our range just to be 100%. Oh yeah, well in.
All good.
Lovely. I love the fact that the actual playing area is not a square, it's a circle, and it feels really contained and tight, so you're always in the thick of it.
It's like an arena.
Out of the way and useful.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't hide the corners. It's that arena style, which we thought of pretty early in the design.
Yeah. Now, you do have a legend on the neoprene. The first one where it says treacherous ground, I actually read that as treacherous crowd. I imagined like a grandstand up and around this while everybody's having to fight.
Yeah, so that's the blue line was a blue outline, so treacherous ground, and we had on the neoprene map. There's 4 different scenario maps that you can play on the one mat. Yeah,
so these are all the different little circles that are numbered to tell you which scenario you're playing.
Yeah, so you roll your D4, and it will tell you for map 4. Like we're playing map 2 for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And there's a neutral monster here, a soul pit here, etc. And there's a shrine over here.
Yeah.
And these are our refugees.
Okay, so now I get to attack you. So I assume I'm going to use my magic.
Correct.
So I have a magic of 7 and a range of 8.
Yep, and I have agility of 5, so you'll be 2 dice because this is elf action. If you had a magical item, you'd have extra dice.
Yeah, magical items, we'll come to those in a little bit. But I'll cast a fireball at your face see if I can do anything at all. We roll.
Oh, so 2 symbols. Yeah.
Can I push you about?
You can't. You can only push the opponent about when you're in melee. But you can push yourself about 2 inches.
I don't really think I want to.
Okay.
So, is there any way I can get like a reroll on that?
Yeah. So you can spend a fate. So there's a communal fate pool that each warband has.
All right.
And you can spend a fate.
I have no fate. So I think this is my fate. All right. You get 3 actions in a turn.
That's right. Every hero gets 3 actions in their activation. You spent 1 to move.
A shot.
Get 1 left.
Gonna go again.
Hopefully you roll better.
Whap. Jinxing my dice, sir. Jinxing my dice. Roll better. Blanks. Okay, so that's her complete.
Yes. Okay. And then it switches over to me.
Yes. So who would you like to do next?
Let's invite Sir Marcus, the Winter Knight.
Okay.
I don't have Pathfinder, so I can't charge over this wall. I want to charge Brock over here.
Yeah.
So I need to get over the wall. The wall costs 3 inches to get over.
I see.
So I've got 4 inches of movement, so I've got no problem at all. Just popping over here.
Yep.
Once I've popped over, I've still got another 2 actions left, and I'm going to charge into Brock.
Awesome.
So I'll do that over here. So I'll just measure my 2 inches. Now the neutral monster's there, but I'll stay more than an inch away, which is its melee range. Because if I do go into the melee range of the monster, it would hit me.
I see.
Yes, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll just charge over here with Sir Marcus into Brock. So let's do that. So I've got, I'm using my sword. Marcus has got 2 weapons, but I'm using my sword.
Okay.
I'm melee 6. And what's your agility of?
3.
Okay,
so you're on 3
dice and 2 for charging.
Ouch.
Well,
oh my God.
Another good one. So I've got a couple of choices here. So what I might do, if I wanted to maximise the damage, I'd take those 3, which would be 4. But I actually want to move you, because if you're within 4 of the monster, which you are,
Oh dear.
I could take the move symbol and not take the hit. So I only do a solid instead of a critical. Yep. So you take 3 damage instead of 4.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. And with the 3 symbols, I now can move you 3 inches. And any direction. So I'm going to move you this way.
Oh.
Into the monster.
Damn.
And then the monster automatically does a hit because you've just been pushed into its melee range.
Right. Monsters damage?
Yeah, I'll do that. Monsters are enemies to both of us. But so if any time they come into combat, they'll just hit whoever it is.
I see.
And normally because it's hitting your character, I'll roll it because it's fun.
Yeah.
Now this is Gloom. She has a melee of 8, and you have an agility of 3.
So you're rolling 5 dice again.
5 dice again.
Ow!
Oh, it's not great. I think it's 3 damage. Now, the monsters can't do any combat maneuvers. They can unless they've got one on their card. So it's only going to be 3 more damage.
3 more. Yeah. Only 3 more damage.
And that.
So that's 6 total.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I do like having the app in front of me like this, just to very quickly track stuff. It seems really clever.
It's really good.
Back to me then.
Yeah, back to you. What do you got there? You got Brock, haven't you?
Well, I've got Brock and I've still got the Minotaur.
Oh, Donraka, yes, you've got plenty.
And you've still got your magic caster. So, who would I like to activate? I want to give you a bad day. And so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to activate the Minotaur and he's going to go charging.
Okay.
So this is Donakar?
That's it, Donraka, yeah, that's
Donraka.
right. Donraka, people say it both ways.
Okay, so he's going to charge. So his movement is 4 plus 3 for a 7.
So it's 1 action to stand up, and you've got 2 actions left, which is fine. Yep. And are you charging over there? Okay. Whee! Yes. Remember, you lose an inch going through the forest, so you'll charge 6, but you'll have plenty of movement for that anyway.
Yep. Well, he's got his melee of 2 inches.
Yep.
So I should be well in there.
Yeah, you're plenty there.
Yeah, I thought, you know what, I could go after your guy, but I think I can get a clear hit at you. Will the forest account for the
cover
as well?
Yeah, no, forest, it's not. Only against range like bows and arrows where you get some cover from forest. If you're fighting in a forest, there's no effect.
In fact, I should have been rolling 1 dice then.
When's this?
With my magic caster, because I was rolling 2.
Yeah, that 2's fine. I'm outside the forest. And with magic, it ignores the forest. It's just ranged. So that we differentiate between doing a magic shot or an actual ranged shot. They're different. So some of the heroes have like bows and arrows and things like that. They're treated differently.
All right, so I'll get 6 plus 2 for charging.
Yeah, so 6 versus 5 is 1, and 2 for charging. You'd have 3 dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Very defensive force you have there. So we roll. Oh my God. Night. Okay, this is one thing I haven't told you yet. I tell it to every guest who comes in. As soon as the camera goes on, the laws of mathematical probability, they're out the window. Gone. Goodbye. Good night. It's like a diva just strutting out the door.
Okay, I've got one more to go. I've got Sayen. She's now fighting Donraka. So what do I want to do here? Now I've only got a 1 inch melee range, and you've got a 2.
So I have your melee.
Yeah, so I have to move into you to hit you.
No, there's the thing. Because of the way I moved, I'm actually in your melee here. So would I have lost a die?
You would have, if we did that at the time. But you could have the choice of missing that, but you could have.
Yeah.
Because each friend that's distracting you when you're fighting, you lose a dice from your pool.
Yeah, and each friend that's helping you gain 1.
You gain 1, that's right.
Gotcha.
So the idea of the game is to maximise that dice pool when you're attacking someone. Right, I will just walk in. I can't charge you because when you're engaging me, I'm not actually able to charge you.
Yeah.
I can't do anything else I want to do, so I'll do that for now. So I'll move into here. Now I've got a magic ability. Now she's one of the few characters that has magic ability, but she can do it in combat.
Right.
It's like a shocking grasp spell from Dungeons and Dragons years ago, whatever. So that's the kind of thing. So this is 7 versus 3 is 4 dice, and extra 1 because of melee with Thorgar. So I'll do this.
Eat.
Okay, so I managed to get the crit. What I might do, I actually might want to push you away from the objective. Because at the moment, we're both contesting the objective.
Yes, which is this here, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. And that generates fate for the person who's controlling it. So you have to be within 2 of it. So what I want to do is I might actually just take a minimal damage and take the 2 symbols, and I'll push you 2 inches. So I'll just move this out of the way for now.
Yep.
And I'm going to push
That's the other good thing. If you're putting trees and stuff down there and you want to move them, just go for it.
Yeah, because it's all marked on the map. Yeah, which is really cool. I've got 1 action left. I moved in. I did that. For my last action, I'm actually going to cast a spell. I'm worried about Istariel. So I'm going to cast Holy Shield within 4 inches.
Okay.
Cost me an action. I put it on Thorgar. He can't be set on fire, which is what your Fire Mage can do.
Yeah.
So I'll do that for my 3rd action.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right, so the last one I have is Brock.
Brock, yeah.
So, Brock, my good sir, you're bald, you have a magnificent beard, I have saved you till the end. We need to do some work, my friend. We need to do some work. So, I think Brock is going to attack the monster.
Yeah, cool.
Now, I am inside your melee range, so does that count for me losing a die when I attack?
Yeah, you still will get distracted, but that's for your 7, so you'll be 2 dice.
Okay.
But Brock is a Monster Slayer special ability, so he gets +1 damage versus monsters.
Okay.
So I'll track Gloom on the app, and you could do the swing away. Well,
okay,
that's good. So that's a solid.
I will take that all day long.
And that's 3, I think, which
3
goes
damage.
to 4.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Your second action. It's got 4 left. Now, just if you end your activation in combat with the monster, it'll hit you again.
Yeah.
But with 4 damage left, you're a good chance of slaying it.
Only 4 left?
Yep.
All right, let's.
And it starts with 8.
Let's go again.
Yep. Wow, he's done it in 2 hits. So that's 4 more. Now, what that does.
And I will also.
Yeah, you got an inch to move as well. And you got 1 action to go. So what that does is it removes the monster. Now, monsters do respawn, as do heroes when they die. It also gives you a level.
Lovely.
So you gain levels in the game and you can unlock new powers. And I think with level 2...
my health went up.
Yeah, it does. You get more health. And unlocks your heroic stand, I think it is.
Innate ability, Heroic Destiny.
Heroic Destiny.
The first time each turn that this model is reduced to 0 health and immediately heals 1 health. This means this model does not die when Heroic Destiny is triggered.
Correct.
Well, that's lovely.
It's a very good defensive ability, and it's automatic, which is great. Yep. You also gain a fate. So each monster has a bounty that it gives out. Some of the bigger ones give 2, but Gloom gives 1 fate, so it goes in your pool. Your pool's shared amongst all your heroes. Yeah.
And is there any way I can spend this now, or?
There is. So there's a magical item deck that we can buy magical items for all our heroes. You can buy them either from your shop, which is your effigy, or like the classic MOBAs, or when a monster's died, it's like a mobile shop. It drops loot. So the fate, you can spend the fate it drops plus any other fate to buy a magical artifact at the time. Now only one of your heroes within 2, and actually you've got 2 heroes within 2. So either Don Raka or Brock one of them can buy magical items.
I think I'm going to buy one for Brock.
Cool.
He's bald, he's a badass, he deserves an item for having killed the monster.
Correct.
Now, it costs an action to buy an item?
No, normally it does when you're back with your effigy. When you kill a monster, you can instantly spend without the action.
Lovely.
So you can do it now.
So I think I'm going to grab an offensive artifact. Again, the app actually has the full listing here. So I could get Armor Shredder, Boots of Elven Kind, Boots of Speed, Heartseeker, Ring of Power, Vorpal Blade.
The Vorpal Blade's a +1 melee.
Done.
That's good. So now you automatically updates to melee 8.
Yep.
Which is great because it knows you've got the item.
Let me double check the actual cost of it.
It's 1 fate, I think.
1 fate.
Yeah.
Yes, cost 1 fate.
Yep, cool. So that fate you just got, you spent it. You still got the level, obviously. You're level 2, and now you've got a Vorpal Blade. So the level 2 gave you, I think, 2 extra health, and now you've got melee 8, and you've got 1 action left, so you can...
yeah, I'm obviously going to swing at him now.
Yeah, Marcus. All right.
So what's your defense?
I'm 4.
Okay.
But you're now 8.
Yep.
So you're 4 dice.
4 dice.
Yes.
Okay, maybe get to actually do a bit of damage here. Come on.
Well, that's what you want. So, fantastic. So I guess the 3 you'd pick would be the crit ones.
Yeah, I'm going for the crit hit with the push 1.
Yeah. So that crit is, I think it's 5 damage with Brock.
Yep.
I've got resilience 2 because Marcus is a tank. So I take 2 less. I take 3 damage. But remember, you got 1 push symbol.
Yep.
Plus, don't forget he's got the ability backswing. Every time you get a crit,
I get another swing. Again. So 4 more dice. I will push you an inch first.
Yep. Cool.
Now I won't push you the full inch.
Yep.
Because I want to just keep you inside the 2.
Yeah, inside the melee range. Cool.
So I'll push you to there.
Okay.
Just to be a little further away.
Yep.
And then we'll swing again.
This is your backswing. So this is a free attack. Brilliant.
Nice.
Now with the backswing, it's limited to just doing a solid damage. So you still pick the 3 dice, but you'll do 3, which goes to 1 because of my resilience. But you've got another Jason if you want to push me again.
Yeah, so I am just going to push you out of melee.
Perfect. Okay.
Because I will. Well, actually, do I want to? Because if we're in melee,
I can't charge you.
You get to charge, and you're going first next turn. So I want to keep you in melee and not give you that option.
Correct.
So I will not push you.
Perfect. Okay.
So there are tactical balances you're playing here.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we have not mentioned for this game. What is the win condition? Because it's not just kill everybody.
No. The win condition is to destroy your opponent's base, which is their effigy. So we've got one each here.
Yep.
In this game, we're playing 3 versus 3 heroes. The effigy has 16 health. So you can do it by direct damage of the effigy, or, which is really hard to do, because 16 damage, as you've seen, is a lot of damage to do.
Yeah.
Each soul you capture will reduce your opponent's effigy down, and here you have 4 souls simultaneously, you win the game, because each soul takes 4 damage off their effigy.
Right. So if I kill one of your heroes, I gain a soul?
That's right. Every time you kill a hero, the hero that did the last attack, the last point of damage, captures the soul of the hero that was killed.
And then if I'm holding a soul and I die with a soul on, what happens?
You'll lose that soul. It'll go to the ether. Now, if I kill you, I'll get your soul, but the soul you're carrying, you just lose it. And so the effigy goes back up again. So what you can do is you can port back to your effigy and bank your soul. And once you've done that, you can't lose it. But it slows you down. It takes a hero out of play. I mean, they're still on the board, but they're not actually doing damage.
Start again.
That's right.
But if you've gathered like a lot of the fate as well, that could be very useful, because it's bank it and then spend an action to actually get yourself a new item and then charge back into the fight,
you can do that.
like you would in a classic MOBA.
That's right, exactly right. So you can, it's risk reward. When you've got a hero out in the field that's carrying souls, you want to sort of keep them in the action, but they die, you're going to lose the souls.
Yeah, it's that, how far can I push it?
Some heroes get more power, like Sayan, each soul she's carrying, she does an extra point of damage. Oof. And Cruel, the Orc Witch Doctor, each soul you're carrying, the enemy, he damages them one extra. So there's a bit of, it's really cool that sort of interplay with some of the souls.
Yeah, now, we've got a loose soul on the tabletop here. So say it was the next round. Say we were starting the next round. What would happen next here? Yeah,
so these souls here are ones that just spawn on the map in different locations. And any hero can do a skill check and try to pick that soul up. So there's 2 different ways when you're building your warband. You can go for direct damage to try to kill as many heroes as you want, or you can try to pick the souls up off the ground. And some heroes are specialists or very good at picking up souls off the ground, like Sayan here. But with Marcus, if I wanted to do it, so basically I'll get my soul harvest ability, which is 4. I add that to my dice, and I need to roll 12 or more to pick it up. So basically I need an 8.
Okay.
But just like combat, every friend that's within 2, I get +1 on my roll, but every enemy I lose. Right. So in this instance, if I did do it here, it'll be a 9, because it'll be 8 base, -1 because of Brock, which means I need a 9 to roll, which is not a great chance, 1 in 6, but it's possible. And it takes 2 actions to try to soul harvest that way.
I see. Right, the other thing is we then have a dead monster. Does this guy come back?
Yeah, so monsters don't respawn the very next turn. The turn after, there's a monster spawning token that goes down to remind everybody, and then it will respawn the turn after that.
I see.
Now the good news thing about that is, the bad news is, if you're around, if you're within 1 inch of that monster when it comes up, it'll hit the nearest
hero. So it gets a free attack?
Yes. So which is not great. So you need to be wary when the spawning token's there, where your heroes are ending up. So all that pushing we were doing before, that kind of stuff's really important, because I can push someone into where the monster's going to spawn and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then, you see, that's an advantage for me if I'm going last in the turn, because I can do that last drag to shove you in and get myself out the way.
And there's no counterplay from you, because the turn's ended.
Yeah.
And then it's next. So that's the advantage of being second and being last.
Yeah.
And of course, the advantage of going first is you get the alpha strike, but it works both ways.
All right, well, Andrew, very interesting game. I want to get a full game of this on. So, everybody, I tell you what, get those comments in below. Tell us, what do you think of this idea of the Judgement game, of that sort of hero bash MOBA style game that the guys have actually made? Me personally, I'm loving the idea. The miniatures look absolutely gorgeous for this. If you're a painter, you're going to have an absolute ball with these. We'll move on. Get your comments in. We'll see you again very soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now, and be sure to check out beastsofwar.com for the latest gaming news and gaming let's plays. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe, and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.